So yay. So first, Katerina, I just want to say thank you so much for jumping on this call with me. You were one of our key players, I feel like, when we did track this first go around. So I just wanted to kind of just ask you a couple of questions. And so thank you for your time.
Of course.
How many units have you sold since you started track?
Oh gosh. Okay. So hold on.
Maybe a ballpark.
And our first, do you remember the date of exactly when we started?
Yeah, I can pull that up.
Okay. So I can give you a more accurate number.
3 months ago.
Yep. So it was beginning of September. So
We
August.
started in August, the beginning of August. So we kicked off Monday, August the 2nd.
Okay. So I did five, I believe, because I had 3 in September and 2 in August.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Anything pending? I mean, that wasn't part of the questions, but
Yes, I have 2 more pending right now that are going to close this month.
That's great.
Mhm.
That's girl. Awesome. What are two top things that you took away from track that impacted or was impactful for your business?
I would say more of the ideas on how to retain and stay in touch with your clients, just either scripts or the little like drop-bys and ideas of like hosting events and things like that. As you know, I'm on a team, so my team leader, Melissa, she does that for our clients, but it's also nice to incorporate as my own business owner to do that as well on the side. So I loved that. And I loved also being held accountable for all the challenges we had, even though I didn't complete all of them, but most of them.
It's a lot. I know it could be a lot.
I attempted, but I love hearing people's dialogue, like different dialogues, and that was very impactful. It's always good to hear different dialogues, hear feedback from others, and then all of the either guest speakers or whoever was, talking to us on track. It was good to really listen to how they overcome objections and just certain scripts. That always sticks to me. I like hearing that.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there's always a different way, right, that we don't think of sometimes.
Right.
Could break through to somebody.
So many ways to communicate.
Yes.
Like, okay, you can pick from this person and that person and then make it your own.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. What would you say separates the locker room as far as a coaching company from any other companies that you may have had experience with?
I would just say the actual coach, yourself, because I mean, we've done other trainings before and different training platforms, but you don't have an accountability coach to come on every week and discuss, how the week went, and, basically holding us accountable, which was nice. So I would definitely say you yourself as the coach definitely separated from any other training I've done.
Awesome.
And like the group setting, it's nice to do it with a whole group and network and meet with, other agents from around different areas,
Right.
So it's different in every market. So it's nice to listen to what they're dealing with versus what we are. I mean, we're dealing with the same thing, just different markets. So
yeah. Well, it's nice too, I feel like, because sometimes it could feel very lonely in this business, right? So it's nice to have other people to lean on and be like, no, I'm having that problem too, or I'm having this issue too, so I love the group settings. So awesome. Thank you. What would you tell somebody if they were on the fence about doing track? So I know we had, this happens kind of across the board where you have a good chunk of people that sign up
Mhm.
And then you have your good chunk of people that actually show up, track your numbers, do the program, implement things, you know. So what would you say to somebody, or maybe some of those people that signed up with you guys that maybe did not start, like who are on the fence about it?
Well, I would just say, this is going to impact your business. Any type of training and that you can get to help you grow your business is worth literally a couple hours of a week for you to exponentially grow. It's that's what I mean, just dedicate that time. If you have to wake up an hour earlier than normal, then do it to just watch videos, incorporate it, and just try to implement that throughout your week and through your business. And if it doesn't work for you, then that's fine. You're going to find something through the track program that will help you and it will grow your business and change and make a positive change. So, I mean, it's 12 weeks, it's a few hours that you have to dedicate. And yeah, some things might not be for you and your personality and the way that you work, and that's fine. But you're going to find something in
Yeah.
that 12 weeks that will help. And if the one week didn't help you, then whatever you learned about it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I just say, listen, just dedicate that time, dedicate that few hours to just really focus on yourself and your business, and if it helps.
So bonus question based on what you said. Do you feel like now that you've gone through track, it gave you a little bit of a boost to kind of really finish the year strong and really think about how to set up next year to be more successful than this year?
Absolutely. Absolutely for sure. I mean, I'm a very self-driven, motivated person to begin with. But it helps really, like, one of the biggest things, and I think I said this on one of our calls, what is time blocking. Like, it's a huge thing, but it's just something I really like. If I know that, listen, that's my goal for next year, like to really time block every day, at least an hour, like to where I'm focused on one activity. I don't care what's happening. If I need to, like, this client's calling me about a deal or whatever, like whatever, they can wait an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the one thing, like, I feel like I truly need to work on, and I've said this before, is just like, stop. You don't have to respond right away. Focus on you, focus on your activity, and then you can get back to it when that hour is done. But just things change. Like the past couple weeks, all of a sudden 2 clients are like, okay, I'm ready. I want to get in a house by the end of the year. I worked with this other realtor, but no, I'm focused with you now. I know you've followed up with me constantly. Like, I trust you. Let's go. And it's like, oh my God. So I'm like really trying to do that. And so if they text me, I drop everything. I drop everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely will help me set up of what I want to do every quarter, with just simply obviously those drop bys, and
Yeah.
how to follow up, keep calling my sphere and past clients and things like that. I did that this year, but not as much, so I feel like that's something I definitely can continue to incorporate. So
Absolutely. I think once you have your plan, just again, plan it, and then get it done a month prior. So you have 30 days. You're 30 days ahead of time. If not, you still have 30 days to get it done. But what I
right.
will say with those people, like when you have those, clients that come in, like, boom, ready to go, just think about the conversation you're having, right? You may know that you're kind of dropping what you got to get it done and meet them or whatever, because maybe they flew into town, they tell you till like the day, right, that they got there. But when you have that conversation with them, it's more of, oh my gosh, I am so grateful and thankful that you chose me to be your realtor. Let me move some things around because I did have some other appointments, but I know that your time is valuable and I appreciate that. Let me move some things around so I can get with you guys sooner. And they're going to be like, like, that way they don't know that, right? So you're just kind of sharing like, hey, I'm moving all these things around, even though you may not necessarily be doing that, but you're practicing having that conversation, because then what happens is mentally you're switching what you have for your day, right? So the stuff that you had that you wanted a time block for, that you were setting to do, you just
Right.
switched it with your customer. So there's no reason why you still maybe can't get those things done. Maybe you don't
Right.
spend as much time, like maybe if you booked 2 hours to do something, maybe you only spend an hour, right? Maybe,
Right.
or whatever that looks like. But practice having that conversation, because I think people really appreciate when they feel like, you're moving mountains for them, even though secretly we may not always be doing that.
Right.
But it's just caring and showing that, we're willing to make things happen for them. So awesome. Okay, last question. So sorry. How has this experience affected your life just as a whole?
Oh my gosh.
We end on such a deep note. I'll say something while you think about it. When we started Track, I told you guys that not only are you going to grow in your business, but expect to grow personally. Do you feel like that's happened for you through Track?
I mean, yes, absolutely. I feel like it's made me kind of get out of my comfort zone for a few things. Of course, I'm not shy by all means. I used to stand up and do trainings in front of a room of 20 people. Like, I'm not shy, but I'm not confident in things that I'm not 100% in, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I'm very bad at BSing people. So
Yeah.
because I'm a very honest person, and sales is not BS, but you have to have some kind of charm and ways that I'm not good at. But I'm growing into learning how to, use words more wisely, find more statistics, find more verbiage to where I can use that little charm or that little phrase that will stick out to people, and try to meet more people and network with more people and grow my vendor list and everything. So that that was really great. I loved that week where you challenged us to schedule those meetings, and we had to do that every week, but the week where we learned about it, like I went out and I did it and it was really cool. But it's just so tough right now with COVID. And then it's tough with the vendors because they're busy,
Right.
So it's like it's tough to really get them to really connect and work with you. But I visualize myself, okay, I need to be a part of the Chamber of Commerce. I need to be a part of this group. I need to just really build my network. And that's something that I knew from the beginning when I started real estate, but I just didn't do it. And it's just like, okay, you have to invest yourself invest into yourself
Mhm.
to grow. Stop being scared to spend money. Da, 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 da. So it's definitely changed me personally with just my thought process of the business for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think your whole mindset around it changed and shifted, now that you've completed it. And so I'm really excited to see those changes, within you. So
Yeah. And
awesome.
one thing that I know this is like off topic and not
Oh no, you're
about
good, you're good.
our interview and whatever, but when you start in the business, you want to go everywhere, right? You want to go everywhere where your client is going.
Do all the
I
things.
right, which is good because that's the only way, where your leads need to be, that's where you need to help them. But that the week 11 about just knowing your market, that guy blew me away, Stephen Cooley or whatever.
Yes.
He blew me away, and it's just like, I know that's how a lot of the top real estate agents kill it in the business, because they just focus on their farm area, their area. They know all these new developments, the floor plans, they can tell you what house is yours. It's just crazy. But it's just because of the way that I'm under a team right now and the different leads I'm getting, I'm not really focused on the farming, but I know when it comes to like me going on my own and separating my business by myself, in a few years, like I really want to do that, like farm a specific area, be known for that area, and like that's it.
Well, and I'm glad that you brought that up because you know, when agents get their license, they feel very inadequate. You're super excited about getting a license. You pass this exam. Now you can sell real estate. They give you that paper that says, hey, you passed. And then you're like, okay, crap. Well, now what? I have no idea what to do. So they feel very inadequate. There's no confidence there. But just like you said, especially that week 11, just by studying the market, a consumer can find properties, they can get the basics on things, but they can't do that. They can't get into properties. They can't inspect the market like we can. And if you just focus on that and know what is going on, people will never ask you how long you've been in the business, right? Because you just know your stuff, you know? So I'm so glad. I mean, when I first saw that, I was like on fire. That was so good. So good. So I'm super excited that you've gotten, so don't forget that, you know. What I did just to share was I kind of recreated kind of the story he shared. And I would teach that once a month to consumers. Like, this is how you can build wealth in real estate. Let me show you how, you know, and then especially in a market like we are in today, people that can sell a home and have tons of equity can do so much, you know, and pay down debt and do, I mean, whatever they want. So it was just fantastic. So
yeah, absolutely. So
awesome.
Anyway,
well, I appreciate you jumping on with me for a few minutes here, just to kind of share your experience with track. It was a pleasure getting to watch you grow through the program. We will have some more things coming for you guys. So you guys will hear from me actually this week with some pre-work before our next coaching call. So look out for that, and I'm super excited, and I hope you have a good day.
Awesome. I hope you do as well. And thank you for everything. And we'll be in touch soon.
Sounds good. All righty.
All right. Bye, Melissa.
Bye.